Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another video of the Ameri-Swiss Homestead. Well, it's 23 degrees out here and we're at like 6,300 feet elevation. We're using the furnace and the hot water heater, so that's more power. Evidently, my 5 panels that I have up here is not enough charge on my 8 batteries I have. So we went out and we bought some more posts, put in the ground so I can put an additional 3 to 5 more panels up and add more power so we are set for the winter. Right now it's a try and error. We don't know how the winter is out here, so we're trying everything out and see what we can do, and then from this point on we know what to expect as the year goes on. So I already dug my hole and got some posts and put concrete in it. And what's going to happen is I'm going to take a board from here and connect it to this one, and the same thing from the center to that board and the last board to the last post. And then I'm going to put a pallet like I got over here with the panels that are going to set out like this all the way on those. Now I put my charge controller box here, so the panels will be hooked up together. Combiner box here, and I'll have a 20-foot cable, and it'll run all the way to the battery bank. I have another charge controller, and I'll show you how I hook that up once we get to that point. Alright guys, I'm working on putting another 2 solar panels on this pallet and add it to the system, and that will make us have 700 watts trying to charge 8 batteries. So what we got going on here is I lay down my panels, and I got a mark here, a mark down there, and a mark here, and a mark here for the edge of the panel. Then I marked where the holes are, where I'm going to drill it, and then I'm going to put a bolt, a washer, a lock washer, and then a neon lock nut on the back side, so this way the wind doesn't blow it off. Also, if I spin this around on the other side, notice I cut this off, and I kind of cut this off, so then this way when the bolt comes through here, I can easily just tighten it. So that's what we got going on for right now, and I'll show you my process step by step. Stick around and watch. Got the panels hooked up and bolted in. Now the case is taking these panels and we're gonna throw it up over that rack over there, over that box, the combiner box there, and hook it down here. Okay, so now I'm going to hook the panels up to this combiner box. But remember, turn off all the breakers. Battery's got to be hooked up before the panels. But in this case where I can turn off the breakers and then hook up the battery later, then I can come back and turn on the breaker when it's time to do that. So what we got going on here is, oh wow, now that the icky boobies, I can't open it, so need to find, we have to find some way to get that box open, whether I have to lower it down or what. But these are one of these minor setbacks and errors that you might cross. Don't get pissed. It's part of living off the grid. Let's see what I can figure it out. How does it look? There's two pieces of board here. I'm going to try to cut them out and see if that will help. Well, I didn't get to take that much board out, but I took a board out. I got it open just a little bit, just enough to get my hand length in it. Unless I come with a major issue, then I'll take the box down and fix the major issue. But right now, I just need a hand length. Let's see what I got here. Okay, so I got several fuses here. I got a fuse here and a fuse here for each one of the strings. And then I got a main breaker. So I want to make sure I turn the main breaker off. It got red on it. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the top here. See, it's red. So that means it's off. And then when I flip this back on, I'll push in the fuse. Well, I turn this, keep this off. I'll push in the fuse and then I'll flip this on, and it will give the power to it. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to take these connection, the positive and negative. I'm going to hook them up. So now what I got going on, since I got the solar panels already hooked up, now I got to do the wiring. The wiring I got hooked up to the current solar panels right now. It's a 20-foot wire. I'm going to put that in the one on the combiner box that I just installed today, because it's further away from the battery bank. However, I got another set of wires that's 10 feet, and I'm going to put that on the combiner box that's closer to the box. They're also going to install another one of the charge controller. Now, the reason why I got this particular brand is not only I can see it on my phone and see what's going on, I can stack two of them together and they will correspond and talk to each other. So the way it actually works is you have one main charge controller, and he does the charges and all this other stuff. If they need some backup or help to charge these batteries, it talks to this one and allows the charger to go in and help charge the battery. But the reason for the stackable is so this way you're not overloading the charge controller. In other words, this can, since I'm running the 12 volts, this can only take 440 watts. But right now I got 5 panels on it and it still hasn't hit 440 watts yet. So I can't push it any more than 5 panels. So I'm putting the other two installed in on this one, and they will talk back to each other and it'll help charge it. Notice I also got a 50 amp fuse. This is a 30 amp charge controller, but I put a 50 amps on there. So this way it doesn't constantly blow this thing. But however, if it is stepped up, this will blow before this will blow. Even though this is the 50 amp, as soon as it hits this hits its maximum and it starts to get hot, this will cut off. So, and then it saves this fuse because you won't blow it, and it also protects this. Meanwhile, it also protects the battery. So, let's get this started. Also, by the way, just as a reminder, that in the combiner box, before I start disconnecting all these wires and shortening and blowing that combiner box or hurting my solar panel, I gotta shut off the power off to that combiner box. So it protects everything from the solar panels all the way to the charge controller. Alright, here we go guys. So this is my normal set wire, and the black hose is the one I installed, and that's the connection. And the black one goes into this box charge controller, and the normal one goes in that charge controller. Now that's the primary charge controller. It got the 500 watts, 5 panels on it, and it's running around 400 watts just off of the five panels. Meanwhile, this one touched with this charge controller, and when it needs a backup to help charge these batteries, to make them talk to each other, they're Bluetooth, so I combine them together. However, where this one is hooked up to the positive and that negative over here, this is the same one. The positive goes to the same one and the negative goes to the same one. The only difference is this is on the panels I just installed. These are on the panels that's been installed, so that's the only difference in it. But I got it carried over from this port to there, and then carried over from that port to there. So what it is pretty much is the power starts there and makes its way down there and it stops, and the main power comes off of here. Then the negative starts here and it comes all the way over here, and then it stops there, and that's where the ground is. So now everything is balanced. So you got the negative battery power connection is there, and the positive connection there. So that's it. And so I'm running 8 batteries, 12 volts, and I got 800 amp hours in this case, and it's in parallel. So there you got it guys.